Welcome back to Citizens of Star Frontiers. This is our first game of 2022. We are playtesting a tweaked version, the bastard child of Alpha Dawn, the resolution system, and some Call of Cthulhu rules, just because. And we're gonna just see how it goes. Okay, so Joel, you are contacted by someone you know in the computer in the computer profession.
Okay.
And he says, "Listen, my company is having something of an issue. We think there may be a leak. I've heard through the grapevine that you are part of a crew that does difficult assignments.
We've been known to.
Okay. Would you be interested in making 1,500 credits for 26 hours of work?"
Depends what the work is.
He says, "We need you to deliver a package between two cities."
That sounds deceptively simple.
I'd rather brief you face to face.
All right. Now you said that you mentioned that I'm with a crew of people. Do you want them to come as well?
I wouldn't want to send you off to do this alone.
Do you want meet me alone and bring
No, it's
get
better
caught up later, or do you want me to
team.
bring them?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
And basically, when he contacts you on the computer, it's on like a very, very secure line.
Mm-hmm.
And that is from his home, not his office. Okay. So he meets you at a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
Invites all three of you. This person is actually. Let me see. What am I going to make him? I'm going to make them another Dralosite.
I don't know that I know Chips.
Actually, I don't know if I know Chips either. Do I?
Yeah, I was a cousin of another naturalist you might have met that almost got you killed somewhere.
Torga. You met Torga.
Oh, I met Torga. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're just going to say that he's someone you guys have. He comes recommended from Torga.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's primarily an explorer, so he's kind of an outdoors kind of guy, naturalist sort of deal. But Torga's vouched for him, and he's new, so he needs the work and definitely needs the credits. Okay, right. So the Dralosite that meets you is Solovu. And he meets you in the coffee shop, Solovu.
Okay.
He basically pays for your meal. He has a booth. And there's small talk, and then he starts the whole mission. He says I'm an executive with a computer group called 7 Star Systems. We are pioneers in mega mainframes, the types of computers that would run starships, towns, cities, basically civil management mainframes. We had a major contract to deliver a major upgrade to the computer system in the city of Zik'Salat. It's a northern city on the planet of Kir Kut in the solar minor system. So the other planet, not the one that you guys are from. You guys are from Cersei. So it's Kit Kut, the mostly winter volcanic industrial world, the sister planet in the solar minor system. He said Zik'Salat, it's been growing quite a bit. They've increased their mining. They've discovered some new elements there. So the city's grown quite a bit. They've actually made a new district in their city that should be home to about 15,000 new residents. They're facing their first winter there, and you guys know that the winters in Kit Kut are like 12 months long. It's an elliptical orbit. They have 4 months of summer, 4 months of spring, 4 months of autumn, and 12 months of winter. So they ordered a massive computer upgrade to manage the new district. We're shipping them the computer components, and we had a tech pack everything up, put it on transport, and another tech was going to install it, and it was stolen. And we're talking about 45,000 credits worth of high-end computer parts, software. It was insured, but it didn't matter because, I mean, this is not easy equipment to replace. And we'd lost literally months replacing it. So now Zik'Salat is on the verge of winter. They have a new district that won't have heat or running water or electricity. So they're facing, 8,000 refugees with nowhere to house them if we don't get these computer parts in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we're doing is we're going to put everything that's needed in a pair of large backpacks. We're not going to announce the transport, and we're just going to have it brought to Zik'Salat quietly, so that if there are people trying to steal it, this will sneak by them. Publicly in the company, this is supposed to go on a transport, a suborbital transport, in a week. It's ready to go, and we booked a group of train tickets from the city of Vale to Zik'Salat. It's a 26-hour high-speed transcontinental rail line. Picturesque, but we need this transported, and we need it transported by people who can handle themselves if there's an attempt to steal it. We're talking about maybe each pack's about 25 kilos.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
which is, we've checked, it's just within the carry-on limit for the Hermes Zephyr, the high-speed train that connects those two cities.
All right, so you want us to deliver the computer components to this town before winter really sets in, so people don't freeze to death.
Exactly.
And you said that this shipment is not being announced?
Oh, we're announcing it as going on a suborbital transport in a week. So we're floating a fake story of when it's being shipped. We want it to arrive early.
You're publicly putting out a decoy.
Right. But we think there could be a mole in the company.
Right.
So, I'm doing everything I can to keep this quiet. But, I said, computer people, Larmo.
They want to find out, they will.
Right. So, I mean, I'm doing everything I can. I mean, we're not recording this meeting. But that doesn't mean someone isn't.
Well, if someone does make an attempt at the real thing, then you definitely know that you have someone on the inside with that information.
Right. I'm hoping that we eke by. But again, you guys will be transporting, 65,000 credits worth of high-end computer gear.
All right. Seems straightforward enough.
And on the black market, it's probably worth 5 times that. He said literally both of these backpacks could run a small space station or a medium-sized starship.
I imagine,
or a district of 15,000.
I imagine hardware like this. There's not a lot of applications for it. I mean, it's rather specialized. Whoever took the first shipment of it, there's not a lot of places it would be sold to. So,
well, it can be chopped up and sold for parts. Intact, it's an integrated system, but in parts it can be cannibalized for hundreds and hundreds of different things.
All right. Okay. Well, that makes more sense. All right. Did you have any questions about this?
How's it packed?
A pair of backpacks.
But I mean, are these things fragile?
They've been heavily reinforced.
Okay.
Because you don't want to use them for cover, and you don't want to toss them about. But they're
not eggs.
Should be. Yeah, they're not eggs. And they said, and Joel, Larmo, if you want to assist in the installation, you might find it very, very interesting. And I could extend your contract. We can discuss that once you meet your contact in Zik'Salat.
Yeah, that might be something I'm interested in, but let's get the stuff there first and discuss that later.
Okay, I've got you special permits to retain your sidearms on the Hermes Zephyr. Open weapons are strictly prohibited because the train is pressurized and the temperatures outside at this time of the year are just below freezing.
Okay.
And you are in the you're in business class, right behind first. You'll have meals. You don't have a sleeper car, but you do have reclining seats and a the window view. Basically, you're one of those cars that from the arc from the ceiling to the middle of the floor is just plexi. Mm-hmm. It's for like panoramic views. So it's a nice traveler train. And he says, okay, if you want to meet me outside.
Okay.
Okay, he goes and to the back of a box truck where there's a couple of humans with earpieces and suits and sun goggles and obviously carrying, weapons under their jackets. They open up the back of it and it's a pair of Jansport hiker, basically the backpacking across Europe kind of backpacks. They're just nondescript. Any tourist could be could be carrying them. And they said that we've paid here your tickets. If you've got any problems, give this card to security. It'll allow you to retain your sidearms, and it'll allow you to take your bags as carry-ons. And we've lost Joel.
I can certainly take one of the backpacks. I know it'll go nice with my outfit.
Okay, Joel. Chip says, I'll take one of the backpacks. It goes nice with my outfit.
What did he say? I'm sorry. What did he say?
That he's going to take. He'll carry one of the backpacks.
Okay.
I guess I'll take the other.
Okay. And he says the train leaves in 90 minutes.
All right. Now, you got any winter clothes?
He says that Zik'Salat is 70% built underground.
Okay.
30% is in pressurized towers. It's not full on winter yet, but it's coming. So you should be fine. If all goes well, you'll never set foot outside.
If all goes well.
That's
Well,
good.
you do have 90. You do have 90 minutes, and you are in the train station, and they do have places that have outdoor. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a winter coat just in case if I can find the winter coat.
So you get some cold weather gear.
Let me see if I can afford one. I am new in the area.
How much is the cold weather gear?
We'll say that 7-star gives you guys a card with 500 credits to spend on anything, but this is coming out of your fee at the end. So they're advancing you 500 credits for winter gear. And we'll say like good quality winter gear is like 15 credits.
Yeah, that's fine. Get a coat and a hat, maybe some boots.
Is there a problem with our like skin suits and stuff like that?
No, you can still wear your defensive suits and screens.
I may see if I can.
They don't want you, no M60s or grenade launchers or laser rifles or on the train.
All right, so a card with 500 that comes out of our fee at the end. I might see if I can find a nice fitted, nice looking skin suit myself or albedo screen, something like that, with that money.
Okay, you're going to make a luck roll to see if you have enough time, and if there's a place that actually has a skin suit or an albedo screen in the train station.
All right, luck. Let's use it.
I'm picturing it's like a big, a very large train station on the almost like an airport. In Kir Kut, they don't do a lot of air travel most of the year because the winters have such extreme weather. It's very hard to fly anywhere, so they do have an extensive rail system. So the railways are like airports. The railway stations are, there's hotels and there's restaurants and there's shopping malls all centered around the train station.
Okay,
So
magazines, fast food, fast food.
Okay, so fortune, I believe, is what we're calling the new skill, the new stat, correct?
FP?
That's fortune points.
FOR.
It's FOR.
Got it.
Okay, you do
I got some luck.
Okay, you can get a military skin suit. And it's like the white camouflage outdoor winter pattern. If you want to wear regular clothes over that, you can, but you do not have enough time to have a civilian skin suit tailored.
That's okay. I'll take the Ted Nugent model. It'll work fine.
Great.
While they're messing with that, I'm going to go see if I can upgrade to first class.
Not unless you're paying for all of us, because we got to stay together with this gear.
Did you even tell them, or you just wander off? And
I just wander off.
Okay, you don't know that he's trying to do that.
I've gotten spoiled on the rich life.
Roll fortune. Let's see if you're lucky. If there are any first class.
No.
We're sorry. We're totally booked. They do know who you are, by the way. The shock, the winner of the Helios Cup, and they are absolutely mortified that they can't upgrade you. But they said that all the first class tickets are fully booked.
It's totally fine. I'll come back to the group.
Okay.
Larmo, you may want to carry this. I didn't think about being recognized.
Carry what?
The backpack.
I already got one.
Oh, I picked up the other one.
Do we all
Okay,
have
so I
one,
guess
don't we?
you're not carrying a backpack then.
What do we have? 2 backpacks?
Yeah,
It's
two.
only 2? Oh, it's only
Okay.
2. I'm sorry.
Two.
I thought there were one for
I
each.
just figured it was as tall as you were, so.
But
It
again,
probably is.
the Dralocytes are typically stronger than humans, even though they're shorter. Okay, so is there anything else you want to do? You've eaten up a lot of time, shopping, or one of you has.
Oh, Chips is a happy guy. He's got a military skin suit, the Arctic colors, a nice jacket, a newspaper for the ride, and I'm going with the shot glove champ here. I'm happy.
I did forget to spend my XP. I'll have to wait.
All right, no worries. Okay, so you are. They call for boarding, and you all board. You're in the business traveler. You're in a car with like a dozen other people, and you see the first class people entering ahead. They're the ones who board first, and they're only there are only 6 people in first class.
I'm not used to waiting.
Yeah,
I'm out of the habit.
Okay, so you board, you get on board. You the 3 of you have a 4-person booth, so it's like the 2 seats facing each other that swivel out to. So you have an extra seat, but you book like a berth of a quad of seats together. And is there anything you guys want to do as you're boarding and?
Keep an eye out, I guess.
Okay. You keep an eye out. You board. The train leaves on time. You see the crew here is primarily Rusk, like the company that runs the Hermes Zephyr is a Rusk trading house. There are a few humans working here, but most of the concierge and the engineers and the the security people are here, and they check you in, and they glance down. How are you carrying your sidearms? Are you carrying them openly, or are you carrying them concealed?
I'm trying not to draw attention to us as much as possible, so I'm keeping it concealed.
So I know on Cersei,
Concealed.
it's kind of like open carry paradise, but what's Kitker like?
Kitker is not quite so over the top. They're like the police will typically carry sonic stunners and electro stunners. They're less of that mentality that we could be invaded at any moment, because most of them evacuated before the Sathar arrived, so they don't have that same war mentality.
Okay.
But security kind of they when they put you guys through the detectors, they detect the weapons and they come over and they said, "Excuse me, you're going to need to check those."
We show him our security passes.
Just okay, no problem. Just let us know if there's anything, any assistance that we can give you. Security's been alerted to your special needs. We'll try and ensure your privacy.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. If anyone happens to notice anyone suspicious getting near our booth, it would be advisable to let us know.
Not a problem. He presses a button. One of the trained security people comes out. Female human. She's dressed in the uniform jumpsuit, which is kind of funny because most of the jumpsuits are Rusk, and it's like the human version of her of the company uniform. And she says, "I'm Officer Barrows. Let me escort you to your seats."
Thank you.
And she says that as she's walking, she kind of whispers quietly, "There are 2 other security personnel will be patrolling the train. We understand that you're armed and possibly expecting trouble. We'll try and make sure that your privacy is ensured."
We appreciate all you can do.
Just to not call attention to it, I guess I will carry mine concealed as best I can, but I understand the gyrojet pistol's pretty big.
Yes. Roll your charm, Harlan. Wait, what are we calling it? Let me pull it up. I think it is charm, right?
I don't
Charm,
remember.
charm. Yeah.
I made it by 6.
She smiles, and as you guys are in a corridor with nobody else, you're kind of like, she smiles and she says, "I just have to ask, can I get a picture with you?"
Absolutely.
Okay. And she says, "I never do this, but we don't." And basically, she puts her chronochrome on the wall with a timer, and she stands next to you and takes the picture and puts her chronochrome back, and she goes, "Thank you so much."
If you could do us a favor, don't post that anywhere or send it to anybody until we're at.
No, not until you're safely away, sir. No
Thank
problems. You. Okay, so you are put in your seats. Train leaves on time. Like 90 minutes in, you're just kind of getting the feel of it. The train is going, as soon as it's maybe half hour away from the city, it picks up speed exponentially to, probably about 450 miles an hour. You see just the barren landscape of the black rocky sands of northern Kir passing. The train kind of almost hovers above the track. It's like on a magnetic repulsor, and the magnetic system kind of pushes all the snow away, so the track is always clear. And at the 90-minute mark, one of the concierges comes over and delivers a bottle of champagne and a cheese board.
Thank you very much.
And they said, and basically she says, the concierge is a Rusk female, and she says, on behalf of the Hermes Zephyr crew of the Hermes Zephyr, we'd like to apologize for not being able to accommodate your upgrade, sir.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not that big a deal.
Okay. She nods and heads off, and everybody's kind of looking over, why did these guys get complimentary champagne and a cheese board? But
actually, when she comes back over, I'm going to order it for the car.
No, and everybody's toasting you, and all efforts at keeping a low profile in this car.
Low profile, guys. Low profile. Jesus Christ.
What? So just give me an idea of how much that ran me.
We're gonna say that probably is 80 credits.
Okay.
Okay, guys, it's a long trip. We're gonna need to sleep sooner or later. So we should take shifts.
Okay. So the first 8 hours goes by. A wonderful meal comes out at the 3-hour mark. The train, the interior lights dim and rise to kind of match the circadian rhythm of most races. So it's a nice dim light of twilight at the 8-hour mark. It'll never get dark, but they dim it. So people are starting to relax. They're starting to think about dinner. When Ruby, hold up, her first name is Ruby. It's Barrows.
Ruby Barrows.
Yeah, Officer Ruby Barrows comes back, and she looks ashen. And she comes over to you, the three of you, and says, "Might I have a word?"
Yeah, everything all right?
She sits down and whispers quietly. She says, "We were told that you had a special weapons permit. Would you be law enforcement or military of any sort?"
You say freelance.
Of sort.
We've got a bit of a situation in first class that I'm afraid my colleagues and I may not be as well equipped as we'd like to be to handle. We were wondering if you could maybe take a look and give us your opinion.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah, if we're all gonna go, we'll take the backpacks. We're not leaving them here with nobody watching.
Okay. She says I could have one of our security officers watch over those. If
No, we will keep.
We'll take them with us.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Okay, so you come into first class, and you see there's a group of people. A pair of humans, a Dralosite, a pair of Rusk, a single Rusk woman, and a single human male. And they all look annoyed. And they all look well dressed, you know. And in one of two private booths, there's a Rusk security officer there, and he's kind of like standing by the door. And she brings the three of you over, and you guys kind of come into this little cabin, and there's a human man lying in his chair, and skin is gray, ashen. There's foam dripping out of the side of his mouth. His eyes are all white, and you see his fists are like clenched to the sides of the chair, and it's obvious he's dead.
I think he's dead.
They say,
Thank you, Captain Obvious. I whisper to him.
They say, yes, we've made that determination. What we want to know is how and why this doesn't look like. They said, would any of you have any kind of medical training?
No.
No.
Only in the animal world. What did you feed him?
They said that we've only just, we haven't yet served. We just finished lunch. And you see his tray is here, but none of the food's been touched.
I miss fish.
All right, what do you guys want to do? There is a murder. There is a death on the Hermes Zephyr.
I don't have the right beard for this.
Was he traveling alone?
He was, and like you, he had a special permit.
Is his equipment? Is he still equipped?
We haven't searched the body. We didn't. We thought it best we call in somebody a little bit more experienced in such matters.
Well, let me ask you one thing. What is your name? First of all, I feel bad that we didn't introduce ourselves.
He says, my name is Click to Zen. She's a Rusk female. And the other female, the female human is Ruby Barrows. They're both members of security. There's also a Rusk male, but he is kind of like when you guys came in, he started patrolling back. He started wandering backwards to kind of do a sweep of the train just to show his face. So,
are the other passengers? The other passengers are still here?
Yes, no one's. We decided to not let anyone leave first class when this was discovered.
Who issued his permit?
They pull that up, and they say Starlaw.
All right.
Meaning he's a federal agent.
I wonder if he's just a transit marshal or something, or if looking for somebody.
This is first class. I'll turn to the passengers. Anybody a doctor?
They all shake their heads. Nobody has any medical training.
All right, I'm gonna go over the body and just very carefully and gingerly, look to where a weapon might be and see if it's there.
He has a small concealed civilian laser pistol with the clip still in it. You notice that his suit is actually a grid suit, meaning it's a high-end defensive suit that'll absorb 30 points of energy weapon damage per round.
Okay.
And his belt is actually a concealed inertia screen generator.
Oh, he was expecting something. Obviously, wasn't expecting what got him.
Is that standard issue?
No, this is
I mean, for Star Law.
for Starlaw, it's not unusual. All right, so roll. Let me make sure I'm asking the right skills since the right traits because we've mixed everything up. So I'm going to ask you guys to roll perception, PER.
Hey, is that a rabbit over there?
I may have failed by almost 30.
Joel?
I made it by 50.
Okay, great.
I failed by almost 60.
Remember, we do now have your luck pool. You have a pool of points that you can add, but those are really hard to get back. So, and you don't have a lot.
And they are for a reroll?
What?
Where?
Your fortune pool.
And that's a reroll situation?
Fortune
No,
pool. Okay.
those are points that you can add to any roll.
Oh, so it's like luck.
It's like luck.
Okay.
Okay, Joel, you made it by 50, so you're going to pick up a lot of details.
Yeah, I got a 15 out of 65.
Yeah, I think I just saw something running across the landscape, so I'm out in space already.
Joel, you find his badge.
Okay.
And his actual name.
Right.
His actual name is Zach Targus. He checked into the train as Larry Dorman.
Larry Dorman. Okay.
You see that parts of that his teeth are broken.
Okay.
And a bunch of the bones in his hands have been broken.
So since this is kind of my area of knowledge, does it look like he's been punching somebody and got punched?
It looks like he seized up.
So he seized up so tightly he broke his own teeth?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Barrows, who found this gentleman in this state?
They said that they got a complaint of bad service, so they sent a concierge from business class up to first class to see what was going on. And when he came in and checked on him, he noticed this man wasn't moving or breathing.
That's really bad service.
Did he make the complaint?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Boso, the Dralocyte, in the neighboring booth, made the complaint. So, Joel, you also noticed that there are 8 or 9 discolored spots on the impeccable grid suit that look like almost bleach stains.
I'll take a closer look at that.
You find that in the middle of each of these little stains is a needle-sized hole.
All right.
Ooh.
Can I peel back
To see
what's going on under there? Yeah.
When you do that, you see everywhere where there's a little bleach stain. Underneath is a big, ugly, purple, swollen wound that's almost like dripping foam.
Our old companion used to use toxin darts.
I'd be very careful not to actually touch it.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Joe used to use those, remember?
Yeah.
But those were like sleep poison.
So some sort of poison was darted into him and it made him seize up and die.
So there's a murderer on board. This is foul play then.
Yeah. And I say that very quietly.
He could have fell on him.
They say that we're not equipped, so we're not trained to investigate a murder. We have sonic stunners and stun sticks for taking down the occasional rowdy drunk, or we're docking in 19 hours.
Who did they say that was in the neighboring cabin?
The drawer site.
Vulso, he's the one who made the complaint.
You wouldn't happen to have security cameras in the train? Would you?
Yes, we do. We have a security desk.
I'll be right back.
Okay. We might want to see what happened to him leading up to this event.
Now, why don't I stay with the body unless you have something mobile that we can bring over?
Yeah, I'm reluctant to split up, but it might not be a bad idea.
Unless they could bring it over on a data pad or something, and we can take a look at. I mean, it's pretty obvious that we're investigating what's going on here. It's not like we're hiding this now at this point.
Right, but I don't want to get. I don't want the whole train to know that we know it's a murder.
Yeah, and there we are.
All right. Yeah, I'd rather not advertise to the whole train that we know it's a murder right now.
And you just said you'd rather not split up.
While they were talking, I'm going to wander over to where is the draw site just out in the open?
He's in his compartment.
Is the door open?
No.
Oh.
Enter.
Oh, open the door. Hey, you Volso?
I am. And you see he crinkles the
ice
flesh around his little things, and he says, and you are Harland Wells.
Yes, I am.
Please have a seat.
I'll go in and take a seat.
He says, some unpleasantness across the way, I take it.
Yeah, guy's dead.
Doesn't get much more unpleasant than that.
How as I'm sitting here, how soundproof are these apartments?
Pretty soundproof.
Oh, I don't suppose you heard anything, did you?
No. I saw the man when he entered. He was very focused on work. I saw the door open a couple of times when we were being served. The man was glued to his CAS, which is a high-end computer tablet, like a laptop.
Oh. Just offhand, do we remember seeing that in there?
No.
Okay. Nobody came and visited him or anything that you know of?
No. We got our cheese platters and our complimentary champagne. I asked for a vegetarian cheese platter, more fruit and nuts. I hadn't eaten, and I asked for an extra blanket because I was hoping to get some rest. And the woman never returned, Brusk woman. So I phoned in to the concierge desk, and I made a complaint. And when they came back, their band next door had expired, and I still don't have my blanket.
How long between when you made the complaint and she took your request was it?
I made my complaint probably about half an hour after she didn't return. I mean, I'm not picky, but you asked for a blanket, a half hour, and you're paying, this much money for first class service. You shouldn't have to wait 30 minutes to get an extra blanket.
I'll go ask him about the blanket, and I'll get up. I tell him, I'll go ask about the blanket, and I get up and leave.
The moment's spent. I'm not going to be able to sleep now with all of this going on. He says, tell me. And he like peers at you. He goes, was it a heart attack or are they suspecting foul play?
What was?
Well, there's a man dead. He either
Oh,
died of
him.
natural causes or someone had something to do with it.
I don't know that I know for certain. I don't think I was in the room when they found the needler.
So you honestly don't know?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, because he rolled his lie detection on you.
I was going to say, I don't think I was in the room when they found the needler wounds.
Okay. He says, all right.
And trust me, I don't lie for shit.
I'm here if you need me, and I will be locking my door.
Okie dokie. Oh.
Okay. You see the other passengers in this first class compartment. They're all looking nervous. They're wondering why, 3 people with huge backpacks and obvious weapons are in first class with 2 of the 3 members of the security team.
I'll go back to the compartment.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
I'm looking around. Do I see that? And I don't see the tablet anywhere.
There's no tablet.
And I'll ask: did somebody see a tablet in here?
We didn't see a tablet in here. No.
So what about the security guards?
No, the room wasn't touched.
All right.
As soon as we found the body, we had a security guard stay with the scene. Scene's never been unattended.
There is absolutely no way Harland would make this connection, but I will go ahead and tell them everything I said, or he said to me.
So
I said I talked to.
We have someone from Star Law who had some sort of tablet, which is now missing. He's definitely wearing gear that is above standard, and he's dead, and the tablet's missing. So there we go.
I'd love to review the security tapes if they can bring them down to us on their own cast. And from what you've said, Harlan, it sounds like there was a Vrust that went off to get a blanket and never came back.
That's what he said. Something about a Vrust woman.
The security guy says that the stewardess assigned to first class is Yaza. She's fairly new. She's been with the company for about 9 months.
Where is Yaza?
We've been trying to raise her. She's not responding to her comm.
Well, there's a suspect right there.
Geez, if his inertia screen was on, this certainly would have stopped the. Well, we have to see these security tapes if we can.
Okay, so they can't. They're hardwired in the system, but they'll take you to the security desk, and Click to Zen will stay here with the body, and make sure that none of the first class people leave this compartment.
In the meantime, look for that Vrust. I keep looking for her. Okay,
so you get to the security desk, and your conochrums go off, and it's this is Giztaf from security. He says basically Ruby says click into this channel, so we can all the 6 of us can keep in touch.
Okay.
And he says, I've made a sweep of the turn of the entire car. There's no sign of Yaza.
Well, the train didn't stop, and she didn't just jump off.
He says, I'll make another sweep.
Of the entire train or the car? The
car. He's walked the entire train. He's walked like the 12 cars of the train.
Okay.
Looking for her, and the backstage area, the staff only areas, and he couldn't find her.
Is there a cargo hold or something? Is there somewhere that passengers normally wouldn't be?
Yeah, there's several cars of like the galley, the staff lounge, luggage. He's checked those. Okay, so
I'll
you
keep-
are in the security desk now.
All right, so let's look at the security footage for. I doubt there were cameras in the booths themselves, but they would probably be in the corridor. So the camera outside the corridor leading up to this point.
Not that I'm going to help much, but why don't I walk the cars with him again?
Okay, you walk the cars with him.
Wait, are you
Okay.
in your backpack or is it just Chips and I?
You have the backpack.
Okay, good. Backpack
Okay.
stay together.
Once I got recognized, I didn't think it was a good idea for me to hold on to.
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
All right, Joel. What are your security? What are your security skills?
Hang on a second. Hang on.
And what are your computer skills, like access information?
So I have access and operate. Security systems. Activate and operate. Deactivate. Detect. Open locks.
Okay, do activate and operate.
One thing I noticed actually on here, for some reason, I have my percentile skills for my professional skills and my non-professional skills, but not my secondaries. I don't remember what the numbers are. The numbers would be straight off the old.
Yeah,
sheet,
we're
right?
just going to keep the numbers from the old one, and then as you progress.
Oh, okay, got it. Yep, I got it. Okay. All right, so you want me to roll that?
Please.
Okay, hang on. I got to make a 43. Come on. No, I just missed it.
Okay, you just missed it. But it's obvious that there are. Somebody has turned off the security cameras in 5 different cars. And you don't know how because you failed your roll. But the
I tell
security,
security that.
the security in first class, business class where you were, and 2 cars down. And the third car down from here, so it's like 5 cars. One of them is like staff only. It's like a staff lounge. It's kind of like the lockers, the staff bathroom, the staff lounge. So that area is the security's also been turned off there.
Oh, I tell them that, and can it be turned back on?
You'll have to roll to reinitiate the security cameras.
All right. 43 again?
Yeah.
I might have just broken the entire security system.
What happens is you get them turned on,
Yeah.
and a subroutine program turns them off again in 30 seconds. Someone high level has put the kibosh on security in those 5 cars. And you realize very quickly this is the work of someone who really knows how to manipulate computer security.
Yeah, I let them know that. And like whoever this person is, I don't know if they did it themselves or someone else did it for them, but they know what they're doing. This was planned.
Maybe there's something we could find. So somebody would have had to open the door to shoot this guy, it sounds like, to his cabin.
Yeah, it was a needler. It had to be very short range.
But
Right,
if she was disguised as staff, open it up.
Cheese.
Here's your cheese. Bang, dead.
So maybe there's something we can look around. If we can find a clue, I might be able to track somebody backwards. But I mean, other than the foam leaking out of this guy at this point, I don't know what we're going to find. And maybe in the meantime, we could get Barrows back up here to
concentrate the search in those 5 cars, in the cars that the security is shut off.
Okay, so you guys want to do a thorough search. So Harland, do you want to do a thorough search of those 5 cars? They radio and say, do you want to take...
Do I remember seeing somebody...
will take you to those 5 cars that don't have security.
Do I remember a Rux female coming through the business
A lot of
class?
people are... There are a number of Rux female on board.
Can they let me know what she looks like?
They say that she's, she's youngish, not very young, but not yet middle aged. Attractive as Rusco. 1.5 meters high, 1.5 meters long, 8 legs. No hair.
I'm assuming there's a way to tell Brusca.
Right. There are.
Modeling on their carapace or...
Okay, they describe her. You look, and you do not find a Rusk female that matches her description.
I assume at this point, no one's going in and out of their booths. Everyone's staying put.
Right. The security guy, Ruby is not letting anybody out of first class.
Okay. What about the other?
People are still allowed to move about freely. They just locked down first class.
Maybe we should start in the employees only area. Staff only.
Okay. All right. Who's searching?
I mean, we're all together, aren't we?
All right. So everybody roll a... Let me make sure I get that right. I'm going to get this Terminator. Yeah. Perception. Is it?
You got perception and deduction.
Perception.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
I'm either
made
rolling
it
really badly or really well.
Yeah, I made it as well. So it's a half a year.
I missed it by 1.
Okay. All right. So Larmo and Chips, you notice. Okay, hold on. In the employee area, there is a patch of carpeting that is very, very wet.
In the staff car?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I crouch down and touch it, I guess.
It's not so much wet as it is very cold, and you see that underneath that bit of carpet is a locked hatch for like dumping out cargo and inspection, and to kind of like service the underside of the train car.
All right, so it's like
and it has like a security lock, but
all right.
That lock has been not so much broken but picked.
Can I open it, or do I have to?
The guy with you, the Gazette, says that if you open that, car is going to decompressurize. So let's close either end. It's just it'll get very cold in here very quickly.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Good idea. Okay.
So he closes it. He says, "Oh, and what would usually happen is that security alarms would go off that we're opening this door while in movement, but whoever did this shut down security." So
yeah, this is an escape route, but I don't know how she would get out of here without spotting herself all over the track.
Go ahead, Harlan.
Does this go directly outside, or is it a substructure?
It's looking down into the track.
You know what? Why don't, before we pop the hood on this, let me see if the wetness goes away in any direction. Like
no, it's just here.
Okay, so all right. So
somebody
came in.
Do I need to bypass security to open it?
No, it's been broken.
All right, so I open it up.
Okay, strength check.
Strength check. Hang on a second.
It's still like magnetically locked.
Strength 50. Hey, Harlan, you want to crack?
Well, if you're struggling, anybody else can just grab it and you automatic. 2 people can lift the door up.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give him a hand.
Okay, you lift the door up, and you just see like the magnetic repulsor track going, just like
how far is it?
Really, really fast. There's like really, really cold air, and basically like you can feel the cold, and you can see your breath. The temperature's dropping rapidly in this car, but you look down and you see the area right underneath this hole is just smeared with like bluish green brusque blood. And I need everybody to roll a perception.
Nope.
Yes,
Nope.
Chips, you see it?
I see it.
Okay, you're like, what's this? And you kind of like reach down, kind of like to the side of the car, like something's jammed there, and you pull out a brusque foot and like calf, I guess, like 2 segments of leg of a brusque female.
Oh, well, I guess we know where she went.
Oh, what are you doing? I think I'll put it down inside the car.
And it's like frozen.
All right.
Or it's very, very cold, but okay.
I mean, how far is it between the bottom of the train where the door is and the rail?
A meter?
That's zipping past at like 500 miles.
Yeah, maybe like a half a meter, like two or three. It's like repulsing, hovering, like maybe 3 feet above the ground.
Do we have an image, like some sort of camera or imaging device that I could just stick down there and look around? Because I don't want to stick my head down there.
No.
I'll give it a shot. I need the money.
Yeah, hang on.
Trying to look helpful.
You got a mirror? Do you have like a mirror?
They can give you a mirror.
All right, so I'll use a mirror to like look down there and see if I could see what else.
You just see like blood splatter all along the top. You don't see any other body parts.
Now, speaking of body parts, does this thing have any remnants of uniform on it or anything like that?
No, not a stitch.
Not at those speeds. All right, so she kills the guy, takes his tablet, and then tries to leave the train and splatters herself all over the mag rail.
Or somebody took her uniform, threw the evidence down, threw the body down here.
Ah,
that's what I'm wondering. But there's
check out the big brain on Chips. Although Harlan already knew. I can see by his smug smile.
I saw smoke come out of his.
Not Harlan.
Somebody assumed her role.
Harlan says, "Who died?"
And got rid of her.
Here, hold this.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, so someone.
This is why I deal with computers,
killed
not
the
with people.
stewardess, took her uniform, snuck into first class, and got rid of the body by dumping it out of the moving train. After shutting down security in 5 cars.
I think we found Yaza though.
And getting a drop on a Starlaw agent.
I think this is the original. I think this was Yaza.
The original Yaza. Yes.
They said, well, we can test that when we get to a facility.
So are there any other brusque females?
He actually wraps it in plastic and.
Is there any identifying marks for Yaza on the leg?
No, nothing like that.
Surgical.
There were 2 Vrusks. There's a couple. There's a Vrusk couple.
There's a bunch of Vrusk all through the train.
But there's a couple in first class.
There is a couple in first class.
Like a couple, like together, kind of.
Yes.
Thing. Okay.
So wait a minute. What cars are turned off?
This car and every car between here and this car, the security car, and business class, and definitely first class, and 1 passenger car.
Well,
closing the door.
As I step in the puddle of wet, are they still going to be wet?
What? No, because it's frozen now. It'll.
No.
What?
I will say are they still going to be wet?
No.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling them. Whoever did this, are they still going to be wet?
They might be wet, but chances are that we've been at this now for 8 or 9 hours. Chances are they weren't hanging around down there for anything's possible, really. They could be wet. They could
I'm
be.
going to start walking back and looking for puddles.
Or people
Okay.
with towels. Yeah.
All right, that turns up nothing.
I didn't figure it would. But that's the extent of my investigative skill.
All right, so Harlan, roll your fortune.
No.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do?
All right, so we're basically 2 cars down from where we started, it sounds like.
3.
Okay.
First class, business, passenger, security, staff.
Staff.
I hate to just like wholesale round everybody up, but maybe we just round up all the brusque and go through their stuff and see if we find a tablet.
The security guys, like, that's going to be very invasive. The company is really not going to like that.
They don't. I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they're going to feel better about that than the dead body you got in first class, and the dead brusque that was dumped out of your train.
Yeah,
I mean, we just can't go and accuse every brusque of and go through their stuff. I mean, we'd be breaking like 10 laws. I mean, if we had probable cause, we could search someone.
We know whoever assumed the identity of your employee was of Rust.
Well, we could go around and look for, we could go around and see if we find a discarded brusque stewardess uniform somewhere stashed. That might be something to look for.
They probably just dumped it out the train like they did the body.
Well, they might have put it on, went up there, took the order for the blanket, wearing the thing. Because our buddy there, Volso, doesn't seem like he noticed anything odd other than that she didn't come back. So she was probably wearing a stewardess uniform.
Okay, Harlan, you've been up and down the train 3 times. There are... Hold on. Oh, the couple are human. I'm sorry. In first class, there's a single brusque female and a single brusque male and a single human male. In business class, there are 2 brusque women, and in the regular traveler class, there are 4 brusque women in that.
So there's a lot of brusque women. Okay.
So there's, what did I say? 4,
2, and 2, or was it 4, 3, and 2?
We're going to say 4, 3, and 2.
Okay.
9.
Well, there's only 1 female brusque in first class.
Correct.
Okay, so 4, 3, and 1.
And she's with a gentleman, I believe.
No, she's traveling alone.
Single. Okay. The couple are humans.
There is a male brusque, but he's not traveling with her.
Like shot in the dark. I guess we can, since we have access to the cars in first class, we can look at her dorm.
To what?
The single female brusque that's traveling alone.
She, you get to her, her little, compartment, and she says, hello, how can I be of service? She's older.
Like older?
She's older. She's almost greenish. Not much blue left on her. So she's an older woman. She says, I am Dick Yast. How can I be of assistance? Everyone is saying that you're investigating the death of the gentleman in the first berth.
We've been asked to help security, yes. Did you talk to... There was a brusque female who was working customer service in this car. Did you happen to talk to her?
Yes, she seemed quite nice initially when she came and brought us our cheese boards. But when she came later, she seemed very abrupt.
And you're certain it was the same female, or was it two different ones?
I did not get a very close look, but she seemed very similar. I would have said yes, it's the same one. But again, I did not make a study of her. I was, enjoying the scenery.
Okay, thank you.
You see that she in this car has both a med kit and a robotics kit.
You're not a doctor? I had asked earlier.
She says, no, this is a gift from my niece. She's studying to become a doctor. I'm on my way to visit my brother.
Does it look open?
Her medical bag?
Yes.
No.
Okay. It's not. If it's a gift, I'm sure it's still sealed.
Yes.
Okay. I will thank you and walk away.
Okay.
And I'll pass through the business class car and I'll just kind of stare at the other Vrusk as I walk past. Very slowly. And
looking for a wet Vrusk.
And then go through the passenger car and stare at the Vrusk there very slowly.
So you're trying to intimidate some kind of a tell, I suppose.
Something.
Okay. And
I know we work on Larmo.
I was just about to ask Joel, what are we doing? But I'm assuming at this point we've probably gone back to first class and are with the body. So.
Are you with the others when you do this?
Me?
Yes.
No, I had wandered off.
Okay, roll your fortune.
Yeah, yeah.
That I made by 15.
Joel, I was guessing we're probably back with the body again while he's... I don't think we would have separated cars, but...
I would have gotten a little bored by it and wandered off.
Well, I would have closed up that door and say, okay, next what? Now what?
All right, you guys are both with the body. I need you both to roll fortune.
Fortune
Right.
off. No.
Fortune, and if that fails, roll perception.
Yes.
Critical fail at 96.
I made fortune.
The guy's chronochrome goes off.
I didn't make either.
Which kind of crime? I'm sorry?
The dead Starlog.
Oh, the dead guy.
Yeah.
The leaker.
I answer it.
Okay. There's a Yazarian on the other line, and he kind of like immediately peers in. He goes, "Who the hell is this?"
I have some bad news for you. The person you're trying to reach is no longer reachable, ever.
Oh, I love this guy's bedside manner.
I'm a Dralosite. I don't have.
Yeah, I know you're going right in. I love it.
All right. He says, "If he's dead, I swear there'll be nowhere you can hide."
It's not. I didn't do it. We're trying to find out who did.
Who are you?
I'm Larmo.
Are you with the security on the train or something?
They asked for.
Is he dead?
He's dead. They asked for some help. We're helping.
They said, "Okay, listen. Short range, no ballistics, poison needler.
Seems so.
You guys are in a lot of danger. Is his cast there?
Is his what?
His computer, is his cast, is his tablet there?"
It's missing.
He says, "You need to listen very carefully. Everyone on that train is in danger." He says,
Are you two with me with this?
Not me. I'm still walking the train.
No, I'm in the room and I'm really listening now. I've stopped looking out the window. I'm kind of like, okay.
Okay.
He goes, "I'm Hagral. You need to listen to me very carefully. I'm with Starlaw. The man whose cast you're on is my partner. He's been working for the last 7 months, working up a possible assassin profile. We thought we were getting very close.
Apparently you were.
It's a female Rusk.
We know that. We figured that part out. So
expert in security, expert in disguise. We've never gotten close, but we've just gotten our blood sample a few weeks ago. So we were tracking the lead. He says, you're looking for an albino female Rusk. We don't know her name. Her code name is Aphid.
Aphid. Okay. There's a lot of Rusk on board here.
We suspect that she's been involved in at least a dozen assassinations and 3 or 4 bombings. If she's cornered, count on her to have explosives stashed somewhere nearby.
So you're basically saying there's a bomb on board the train.
I'm saying that you better be ready for anything. I don't have time to lock down the station. If the train arrives, she's going to escape. If the train pulls into the station, she's going to slip away.
What if we slow the train down? Give you more time. You slow it down slowly enough, they won't even notice the acceleration.
If we slow the train down, you may tip your hand that you're looking for her, and she may set off an explosion. He says,
so what do you want me to do?
Listen, the thing is, she's albino. She should be easy to spot, but we've never spotted an albino Rusk in any of the scenes where assassins have been spotted. So we believe that she's using some kind of a holoscreen, and her tox came back. Her genetic testing came back odd. There's a few pairings that the doctors are still trying to unravel.
All right. So what do you suggest we do?
Be careful. If you think you're up for this, great. If not, just back off and let her slip away. I want to bring her in. I want to bring her down, but I don't want this sparking an incident that's going to get dozens of innocent people killed.
Well, do what we can do, but we're not going to put anybody.
But you guys have come closer to catching her than anybody. You've come closer to catching her than anyone else, and I must tell you, there's a 20,000 credit reward for bringing her in or bringing her down.
Oh, I don't know if she's hiding in plain sight or hiding. But she definitely knows that we know what's going on. We've been back and forth. She knows what she's doing. She did some magnificent work bypassing the security here.
Yes, she's good. We've been trying to capture for 14 months.
Yeah, she knows.
He's been working up a dossier for 7.
And she knows that. I don't know if we're really on her. Really have her narrowed down on her trail yet, but she knows we're looking.
Okay, and also, we suspect that she may be connected with the Sathar. This is a very high-level assassin, very dangerous.
Any other bad news you have for us today?
You've got 16 hours?
Well, I hope I see you in 16 hours.
Okay, do you want to fill in the rest of the team on the good news? And he says, when you said, and he said, that tablet cannot leave the train. That tablet has the names and contacts of Starlaw agents in 5 different star systems and a complete workup of everything we know about her.
If she gets off, but you see what you said, you'd rather her escape than have harm come on this train. Those are incompatible statements.
Well, it sounds like you've got a choice to make.
Well, it sounds like it's time for
I'll have medics and SWAT waiting for you at the station, but we won't be able to lock down everything.
do what you can do. We'll do what we can do. And can I reach you on here?
You can reach me on here. Good luck.
All right. Okay. If you have any other information, contact me right away.
Okay.
Well, at this point, I think it's time for us to start spilling drinks on Vrusks and see if we disrupt the hollow fields.
Yeah, I after the guy hangs up, I just look at Chips and I'm just like, shit.
So you're gonna start violating some civil rights and just
Find Harland now.
Okay. The security says the Ruby contacts you. Harlan to first class. Harlan to first class.
So I didn't stir up any trouble on my way through.
No.
Okay.
She's too stone cold a professional to like let it glare.
I by this time I probably wandered back to
Okay.
I fill in Harlan on what just happened, and I'm like, so should we let the rest of security know what's going on, or what do you think is the best?
Do you want to let the security team know what's going on?
I think there's a security guy standing in the room with you.
Yeah.
Oh, so they
know.
Okay, so they already know.
Barrels and then I think we're going to need security to. I think we're going to have to work with them. I'm going to pull this fella's sidearm out.
Okay, so we have one of two
By
choices.
the way,
We either fall back and don't risk the lives of anybody on this train.
Do you know anything about hollow fields? What will spoof them?
I guess I would know that, wouldn't I? Is there a way to bypass hollow screens?
No, but for a Rusk wearing a hollow screen, it would have to appear as another Rusk.
It'd have to what?
It would have to appear as another Rusk, and you would hear it if you got very close. Like if you got within, half a meter, you could kind of start to hear the sound of the generator.
All right, I got an idea.
Okay.
Time for celebrity photos. Oh.
We lost Jay.
Chips left in disgust. I'm thinking I can start offering see if anybody wants a picture.
Before that,
and if I get close enough, I'll see.
I'm gonna ask security how you feel about lining up the Vrusks now.
I didn't necessarily mean it that way.
Can you narrow it down to a few Rusk? Is it just the female?
I mean, the Star Law said an albino. Well, obviously we don't see any albinos, so there's a hollow screen involved.
How about we bring them to the employees only area one at a time, and then we can question them quietly.
I was just gonna say I could walk.
And then there was one. What is Assassin's good? She's picking people off one by one.
I was just gonna say I could walk from car to car, and
we were just saying the Assassin's good. She's picking you off one by one.
I was just thinking I could walk from car to car and just act the celebrity ass and see who wants pictures, and I can get close to people that way.
Well, she definitely won't.
Well, that'll be a clue, won't it?
It would.
All right, where is Jay?
I don't know.
How would if not lining them up? How would security feel about going through their luggage? Here he is.
Okay. Sorry about that. The internet just went down in the house.
All right, it's fine. You didn't. We waited. Okay.
We thought
he says that. Look, we'll at this point, we'll follow whatever you guys want to do. If you want us to start searching all of the Vrusk and search for the tablets, say that it's
we're kind of in
a matter of national security, we'll do that. I mean, this person's already killed 2 people. One's an employee of our company.
Is this Barrows talking now, Oscar?
Yeah.
We're in a servant, employee / galley area.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna go over to the alcohol and spill some of it on me,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna go wandering out into the passenger car.
Okay.
You do that, and secure.
Are you guys backing him up, whatever this play is?
I want security to go through the Rusk's luggage.
Well, the thing is that the luggage, the people on the board, they can only have their carry-ons, so their luggage is locked away. But no, there's no access to it.
Okay.
Like whoever took the tablet has it on their person or has it stashed somewhere.
All right.
I like the spilling drink thing, but I think we might get more mileage out of the stewardesses checking in with Vrusks and maybe other passengers to see if they need anything, keeping an eye out for a hollow field.
If they lean in close enough.
Okay, so we got to all stay together because Harlan's got to play. He's he's wandering drunk through the passenger car.
He already started.
All right, we're following.
You're following it. So Harlan, what do you do when you get there?
There
are 4 Rusk women in this car.
When I walk, how big is how many passengers are in a car? Just out of curiosity.
We're gonna say that in this one there are 20.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk through the door and I said, "Who wants a hollow with the motherfucking shock boxing champion of last year?" And just
so you're just drunk and everybody's laughing and some are fans and some are aghast and it's a bit of a commotion. And I need Chips and Larmo to roll a perception.
I'm gonna stagger as close to each of the groups as I can.
You did it. You got it.
Got it.
Okay.
I got it too.
All right. You see, as the crowd kind of stands and starts moving and laughing and taking some pictures, both of you are intently watching the crowd, and you almost miss it. This old Vrusk woman kind of ducks behind the crowd and starts just subtly moving into business class. She's leaving this car, but you can tell she's doing it so well. I mean, literally, he rolled a 5. So she's basically using stealth. But you guys made your rolls, and there's not much cover here. She was using the crowd as cover. So what do you guys want to do?
Security near her?
No.
Yeah, there's not a chance.
They were with you. They were all following Harlan.
Okay, well, I think we point her out.
Okay, you point her out.
I am going to reach into my jacket and dial up the SCUs on the on my sidearm and the one I took off.
This is what happens.
Oh, no.
Joel points her out. You go for your gun. She flicks her wrist and there's a laser pistol in it. So it's going to be initiative roll, and hers is fiendish with an 8. She's going on 9, 10, 11. And Harlan, you don't see any of this. So
okay. I don't, or the crowd doesn't either.
Okay, so I wasn't even drawing a gun. I just see what
But you
doing.
Pointed, and that was enough.
Okay,
12.
No. I'm just saying. The first thing I'm doing when I see what she does is I'm saying, "Get down."
Okay.
Everyone is in the train.
He yells, "Get down!" Chips, you go on 12, but you basically draw, and she fires. Because she was before you said you can say I'm dialing up. She already was. As soon as he pointed, she was like, So Joel, you yell "Get down!" and do you go prone? Do you just drop?
Me?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't drop.
You just yell "Get down!" and
yeah,
point
because
at
there's
her.
people between us and them.
Okay, so
Yeah, plenty of cover, right?
Joel, Larmo does not want to use the crowd as light cover.
No, like every other session, Larmo will take the hit.
No, not this time, because Larmo's not the one drawing a weapon. That's going to be Chips. Okay.
Yeah, there's no real good way to reach into your winter jacket and dial something up. And
I'm sorry. It's not a laser pistol.
Well, I don't think you're wearing the winter jacket in the train. It's not that cold in the train.
40, 45.
Just in case we
He
wound up
paid good
outside.
money for that.
And
Yeah,
70.
when you need it. You don't need it inside.
Okay.
So
There's a flash every time she fires the needler. And instead of the coughing sound, there's like a snapping sound.
Mhm.
And you realize that this is a heavily modified energy enhanced needler. Jay, you're hit twice of the 3 shots, and the third shot, misses you and hits a human male in the back that was trying to get a picture with Harland. Okay,
Sorry.
so you take immediately.
Gee, thanks, Harland.
oh, here comes the
6
phone.
points and 3 points.
Okay, so my skiing suit should absorb some of that.
So 6, 7, 8, 9. So you take 5 points of damage.
Yep.
This round.
Yeah.
And the needles feel extremely cold.
Yeah. I think we know how this ends. So
All right, party's round. There's you yell, get down. Somebody falls. He's shot. Jay's drawing a laser pistol. Harlan, you hear get down. What do you do?
I don't get down.
Okay.
he might.
So as the
well, I
crowd
wasn't
starts to
talking to
get down
you.
and move, you see a female Rusk, older female Rusk heading towards business class with a needler,
Okay.
firing at, and she's hit Jay twice.
I have a 9 for initiative.
Okay, so it's the next round. So now she's going on 11. So Jay, it's 12, 11, 9. Larmo, what did you roll?
What am I rolling again? I'm sorry,
Initiative.
what die?
I am.
A D20? What am I rolling?
1d10 plus your IM.
Okay. Not good. 8.
So you go last.
Of course.
So it's Jay, the Aphid, then Harlan, then Joel.
Okay, so as I'm drawing, do I just get one shot?
Yes.
Okay, so I dialed it up. And I rolled an 80. I missed. So I put 10 SEUs into the wall.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Before my turn comes up, I just had, as far as processing things, am I close enough for the electro center?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. She's gonna fire once at each of you. Hitting Jay. And Joel has obviously
Rage quit.
hitting Harlan and hitting Joel. So
Fuck, I heard that part.
Harlan, do you have an inertia suit or
I have a skiing suit.
skin suit? 2 points for you, 2 points for the skin suit. Joel,
Yeah.
4 points for you, 5 points for the skin suit. And Jay, you were hit a third time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 3 points for you, 4 points for the skin suit. And this round, you take 16 points of damage
Ouch.
as the neurotoxins from 2 hits, start to course through your system.
Whew. Well, Stimdose and Stados ain't going to help with that. So,
But a brand new med kit with a anti-tox dose might.
Yeah.
Okay, parties.
Good instinct,
Harlan and Joel.
How far away from me is she, and how many people are going to be getting in my way?
Like 3 or 4 people are kind of like trying to run in random directions, so there'll be penalties if you try and shoot through them.
I'm not going to shoot. Can I
You're
get
gonna charge?
to her? Can I get to her?
You can close the distance and attack next round.
Okay, I'll close the distance. I'm going to be right
Okay,
up
you
on her.
start charging her. Joel.
I rolled a 5 on a
On the
hit
electro
on my
stunner?
electro stunner. Yeah.
Stun or shock?
Shock.
Okay, roll 4d10.
Okay. 10, 8, 5. So that's 23, 26.
Damn good roll. All right, that hurts her. And it is the next round.
Where's security in all this?
Security is trying to. They're successfully evacuating everybody out of this car and getting them behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
So they are more concerned with evacuating the passengers out of the gunfight than getting in your way, because I think they're not really trained for this sort of thing.
Okay.
But they should be done with the evacuation in 2 more rounds and then be able to come to your aid. Oh, and they're one of them is dragging the guy who was shot once, and much like Jay, he's foaming at the mouth and his eyes are rolling back in his head.
And if we see this, or if I'm able to see this, I'm going to yell out, right, get the med kit, get a med kit, get a med kit.
Okay, one of the security guys gets a med kit, runs back into they do have a first aid kit with the standard stuff. And there is a doctor on board with staff. So
stand by.
Okay,
Just don't die in the meantime.
It's okay, top of the round, Jay.
I've got one more shot in my pistol before I gotta pull a second sidearm, so I'm gonna take a shot. Oh, missed again.
Okay.
Into the wall.
Sorry. She sees you coming up, Harlan.
Mm-hmm.
And in her other hand, shit. She was going to throw a fragmentation grenade, but you're closing on her, and it won't affect. Yeah, that's like, here's a grenade. She's standing right next to you. It's not going to work.
I mean, it will work.
Hold it.
It's counterproductive, but it works.
I'm tempted to have her draw the vibro knife and try and stab you as you're running in.
Go ahead.
Or dive through the door and try and close it to get to the next car.
I'm hoping I'm close enough she's not going to be able to get through before I can.
Yeah, she didn't. She's a trained Sathar agent. She knows when not to stand and fight. She's going to try and dive through the door and slam it behind her to withdraw. Her reaction speed is 75.
Oh, it's better than mine.
And I roll a 90.
Yes.
She fails. She tries to withdraw and does not act this round. Joel, you take 8 points of damage. Harlan, you take 8 points of damage. Jay, you take 16 points of damage.
I got one more. I got about another 20 seconds on my feet or so, guys.
Oh, how many points do you have left at this point?
Oh, about 17.
Okay. Because you were actually shot 3 times. So 8, 16, 17. So you take 24 this round. But the good news is the poison only has a 2-round duration. So the first 2 darts have done all the damage they're going to do. But you've got 1 more dart and 8 points coming next round. Will you be able to survive that?
I think I'll survive with 1. I might not. I might not survive a bowl of soup.
He fires and he falls to the ground and he's like convulsing. And you guys, there's nothing, and you guys feel the poison seizing you up as well. You've taken 8 points. You know you've got 1 more round of 8 points. But she's failed to dive through the door, so she's an open target for both of you, Joel and Larmo and Harlan.
The sonic sword comes out.
Oh boy, go for it.
All right.
Hold on. I think you get a bonus to hit with a sonic sword.
It used to be 15.
Yes, still is.
All right. That'll hit.
Oh boy.
It's 5d10.
Yeah, I think the sonic sword is ridiculously dangerous. I'm
fairly certain.
I'm going to double check that.
That'll go through just about anything too.
Sonic screen, I think, is the defense.
Is the only thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Sonic sword, 5d10.
And let me see if I updated it.
Right.
Sonic sword, 5d10.
All right. Oh, that's a good roll.
And I am definitely at -1 after that 8. I did the recalculations there.
Okay.
29. So average. I'm assuming punching score doesn't add to that.
No. All right, she is still up, but not doing well. Joel, you have a friend in melee combat. You're going to have to shoot around him. It's going to be minus 10 to hit.
Good thing I rolled a 6.
Okay, good.
Gnarly.
You hit her with the electro stunner.
Yeah, 18.
9, 10, 11, 12, 50, 60, 72. You hit her. And actually, Harlan, as you hit her with the sonic sword, you don't hear the hum of a holo screen. But as you hit her and she takes damage up close, you see that she loses her concentration and the pigment in her skin melts away. She has an odd chameleon type ability.
That's the gene sequencing.
Right. So she has a mutant power. And when Joel hits her, she like seizes up, falls. And her body explodes.
Oh.
Okay,
so Harlan's the only one caught in the radius.
I wasn't planning on that, but okay.
Well,
what did you shoot her with?
Well, she's a Sathar agent, so
Harlan doesn't know that.
she has an implanted device that if she's stunned, knocked unconscious, dozed, that the explosive implant will go off and take anyone nearby with her.
Well, at least
all right, you may need a new skin suit after this.
Is she between cars?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Let's hope the pad blows into the car.
9.
I don't think we have to worry about that anymore.
20. 30. 43. 44 points of damage.
So
22. Half. Yeah, 22 and 22.
Okay.
Are you still up?
Oh, yeah.
It blows this door off, so this cold Arctic air and frost kind of like floods in. Everyone's screaming. There's like smoke and debris. You take 8 more points of damage from the poison.
Okay.
Larmo, you take 8 more points from the poison. Jay, you take 8 more points from the poison and die.
Yeah. Is he dead?
I'm definitely in that category.
He's at -1, but you'd actually yelled 2 rounds. We need a med kit, and one of the 2 security Rusk, hold on, what's the male guy's name?
They hopefully got something called Stados in there.
Gazat comes and he hits you with an antitox to stop the advance of any of the poison, and then he hits you with a stay dose to bring you back up to 0. So you'll be carried off the train in a stretcher, but you're alive.
So the explosion, did it vaporize her body? Or
Yeah, her body is just
just use her as shrapnel.
Yeah.
Oh.
But among the debris is the shattered cast.
Okay.
I mean, it was like a military reinforced style cast, but it's still a fragmentation grenade went off, right next to it.
Okay, so it's just as much as like a frag grenade then.
Right.
So there's plenty of her left.
There's plenty of her left. It's everywhere. But she did not escape she did not escape, and the cast was not handed over to the Sathar.
I'm going to be spitting out Vrusk for days.
Okay, I'm gonna lean against the side of the car, catching my breath, and I get the comm, and I call the person who called us before, and I say, "You can take your time. We're coming in. She's dead."
He says, "Congratulations. I'm going to need a full report. Are there any other casualties?"
We're going to need medics at the ready.
Mass casualty event, or was it contained?
Not mass, but a few.
Great work. We'll debrief you when you get in. We'll be waiting.
Is that guy all right?
Yeah, he's only shot once, so he took 16 points of damage.
So no casualties.
No casualties.
No fatalities.
Well,
except Chips.
Except her.
And who she killed.
Right.
I like the part where they're going to have to debrief and they're going to, who wants to party with Harland?
All right, so that's the adventure. Death on the Hermes Zephyr.
Sean, I'm glad you didn't have the backpack with you because you were
you would have been caught in the frag grenade. Oh, what a kick in the ass that would have been.
Death on the Hermes Zephyr.
Not I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Any skill that you successfully rolled, you can make a improvement check.
That was literally only one.
Okay, so try and roll it, and hope you fail, just like Call of Cthulhu.
All right. I did.
Roll an advancement. Your AR.
Right. Ooh, 4.
Joel, did whatever you rolled successfully?
I'm working on it. Let's see.
Definitely beam weapon, because you shot her with the electrostunner.
And yeah, but so I wanted to fail, right?
You want to fail.
Okay, so I did fail. And then it's 1d10 to improve?
No, it's whatever your advancement rate is, AR.
Whether or not it's your primary.
If you're primary or secondary.
Or
all right, that's right. Yes. Okay.
Was those the only skills you rolled successfully?
No, I think I did something else. Let me double check. Let me go down the line.
I made a couple of attribute checks, not
right. I know you failed your security because you couldn't crack what you had done and undo it.
No, that was it.
All right, so I'm going to grant everyone. This was a short, and you only really had one adversary, so we're going to say 2 experience points. Nice. We can use that in any number of ways. Let's try and spend those 2 points for the audience at home so they can see how we're using them. I'm going to go over what they can be used for.
Do we get anything for delivering the computer components?
No, that was just to get you on the train. That wasn't the mission.
But it
Yeah,
does.
it was
But everything gets
1,500.
there. Everything gets
Everything
there.
gets there. You deliver that. You get paid for that. But really, that was just to get you on the train without thinking you're going to be hunting a Sathar agent. I had you thinking we're going to get ganked. We're going to get ganked for these backpacks, but that wasn't the mission.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Well, you got 1,500.
You do this a lot, Joel.
1,500 for the backpacks, and then split 20,000 between the three of us.
Okay, so experience points can be used to increase ability scores 1-to-1, increase racial ability scores 1-to-1, re-roll a failed skill check, but you both you both failed it automatically, and you both got extra points. Are you happy with your AR rolls? Like the points you advanced?
I got the maximum I could have gotten.
Okay, because you could have rolled. You could use 1 point to re-roll that. You could use a point to learn a new skill.
How many points per skill?
Hold on. Let me. It says see skills, so let me go to skills. Re-rolling. Learning a new skill. Characters can learn skills by spending XP. A new skill in the character's profession costs 1 XP to learn. A new skill from a secondary profession is 2, and all other new skills are 3.
I'll have to look at the list. I don't think there's anything in primary or secondary, but I don't have enough for other.
What's your primary? Military?
Military, and then secondary is technician.
Okay. But you can start taking medical skills because I think you have points left over, and that would just be 3. But whatever you want to do, you can take your time on that. Joel, did you want to spend those or no?
I'm never good at this part of it. So with the 2 points, all right. What can I do with it?
What's your professions? Computers primary, military second?
It's military and computers.
Okay, you can learn 1 or 2 new computer skills.
Okay.
But I think that you have them all.
Right.
You could learn 1 new military skill.
Is there a list?
Beam, demolition, which would be explosives.
Uh-huh.
Grenades, gyrojet weapons, martial arts, melee weapons, projectile weapons, self-powered weapons. Self-powered weapons is what they used to call archaic weapons. So it's javelins, it's bows, it's crossbows, it's atlatls, it's any kind of projectile weapon using your own strength.
Can I just add to things I already have with it?
Hold on. Let me see. I think you can. Improving a skill roll, re-rolling. Alternately, a character can earn an improvement roll without successfully rolling a particular skill during play. So yes, if there's a skill you want to improve that you didn't successfully roll during play, you can roll that at okay, what's the skill? If the skill has under 50 points, it's 1 XP. That gives you a chance to roll it.
Okay, and if it's over 50, then it's 2?
50 to 75 is 2, and anything over 75 is 3.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to spend 1 of those points to bump my perception up to 35, and I'll take the other one to try to raise my drive. So that because it's under 50.
Oh, so I could raise my dex?
You could use these to raise any of your stat points 1 to 1. Like you could use both points and raise your dex by 2.
Okay.
So is just for if we spend an XP this way, do we have to roll or we just get the advancement?
No, you'd have to roll. It would be a chance. You'd have to roll a check, fail it, and then roll an advancement.
Okay. Yeah, there wasn't much chance I was going to fail that.
It's a little bit. It's a little gambling.
Well, the gamble paid,
Okay.
but I only got 2 points.
Okay.
All right. So
You can use the other point to re-roll that too.
I spent that on a stat point already.
Okay, great.
I got some leftover from previous stuff, but we were going to spend that in specific ways.
Okay, however you want to do it.
Well, you told me I could just take advancement rolls
Right.
or just learn a new skill.
Okay, Jay, what are you doing?
So with the two that I have, I'm going to throw them into professional skills. I'm going to learn a couple more skills.
Yeah, you're starting out, so you need the skills.
So I'm going to take concealment and camouflage, both of which I probably would have.
Those are good skills for when we get back outside.
Yeah, so I've put them down, and those are probably half of something.
I can tell you in a minute. I've got this file up.
All right. No. So if I do that and then I succeed my roll, then I get bupkis, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it worked 1 out of 2 times.
There's the gamble.
Yeah, there's the gamble. Yeah. Well, I could have raised for one of my secondaries. I could have raised it 1d6, and I rolled a 6. So there's that. Yeah, but I boosted one. I was trying to boost my secondary skills. I was able to do it for 1 out of 2.
Okay, concealment is perception, half your perception.
Okay.
And camouflage is half your perception.
All right. Now, do I add a 1d6 into that from my?
Right.
So
that's like
all
gaining a new skill.
All right. So let me pop the hood on the d6s, and we'll go from there. So I'll be starting out with 30 in both those. And I'll roll a d6 for each as my professional AR. Primary is 1d6. So I've got a 4 and a 1. So let's pop those around. Now, concealment. What exactly is concealment? Is that concealing something?
Yeah, that's like hiding. That's concealment. The art of hiding in natural cover and usually outdoors.
Well,
so concealment is you're hiding yourself, and camouflage is hiding other stuff.
Okay, I'm going to pop those around, though. So I'm going to start with a 34 and a 31. I rolled okay on one of them, and I rolled a 1 on the other as far as my AR. So looking good.
All right, well, I think this was a good game.
I do, too.
I hope
Chip,
everyone had a good time.
Chips wound up in the hospital, but he walks out with a lot more credits.
Right.
A lot more credits and a nice jacket.
Do we get that 20,000 reward?
I want to be a dick and say, oh, that was for her capture alive.
I think the fact that we got her and didn't get anybody killed.
It also saved the lives of all of those Star Law agents who were listed on the computer.
Making those points, Starlaw just kind of swallows its pride and pays out the 20,000 credit reward for the elimination of the dangerous assassin known as Aphid. So you'll have to split that 3 ways.
I thought you kept saying Aphid.
Aphid.
Aphid, like the little bug.
Yeah, like the little white bugs. She was the albino brusque.
Okay.
Yep.
So 20,000 3 ways. Who wants the short stick?
Plus the 1,500. 3 ways. Right. Was that 3 ways too?
I'll take the short stick, Harlan. I believe I was unconscious the longest.
I tell you what. I'll take 6,000 and you guys can split the rest because I've got plenty of money.
Okay, so Joel, if you agree to help install the new computer components, and get that part of the city up and running because they could use it'd be like all hands on deck.
Sure.
They're willing to put the three of you up in a luxury room, and give you like spa access and access to the hotel's buffet for 3 or 4
a little
days.
R&R after all. That's not a bad idea. So I'll take them up on that.
Okay. During that time, you guys are thoroughly debriefed by Starlaw.
I really hope they've got a really good mouthwash because I'm going to be tasting brusque for a while.
And on that note, I think we'll end the broadcast. All right. So thanks for joining us, everyone. Star Frontiers is alive and well with Frontier Explorer magazine. Created by fans for fans. Supported on Patreon. If you enjoyed our game, subscribe to the channel. Support us on Patreon. This script will be going up shortly. The rules we're using are up there. You get lots of sneak peeks at what we're doing. Thanks to our Patreon supporters. They'll be thanked in the show notes. Until next time, stay safe, everyone. Still crazy out there.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.